Inside the RV once again, I crash down into the driver's seat and kick my feet up on the dash. It's a relief to sit on something soft. Like a satellite, Marina hovers around me, expectant. So, that was a failure, obviously. Do you think it might be in a different part of the canyon? Maybe, but we're not gonna find out. We could spend days out here and not find anything. Most likely, someone else found it before us. Maybe even before this whole treasure hunt thing started. She stares at the ground, then perks back up. That's okay though. All we can do is move on. Reaching into the glove compartment. Is it department or compartment? I always thought it was compartment. Because department is like, a section of... I guess it could be a section of a car, but usually when it comes to department, it's like, go to the research department of the laboratory, they like specific section of a laboratory or other stuff like that, I always thought, is my whole life a lie now? Glove department, glove compartment. What the fuck? She brings out the journal and hands it to me. Come on, show me why the human travel guide is the best. I look at her for a moment, then with a smile, gently take it from her. Sure thing. But that's the first and only time you're ever gonna call me that, okay? Okay. I flipped through the journal and skimmed the pages. I skipped one of the entries last time because it looked like a jumbled puzzle. But if we're going to find the rest of the treasure, then we need to tackle this head on. Bracing myself for the confusion, I find the entry and groan. I write to you today not from my dear Lamasi's winged landmark, but from a destination on an unforeseen detour. During my journey eastbound, I encountered a split within the dusted road. I've encountered many of these on my travels, but this one triggered a thought that maybe, perhaps, I have been too obvious with my hiding. Let us assume a jealous peer wanted to track me. Paranoid or not, if they so desired, they easily could. My steed's prints are set within the sand, and I have not yet disguised my livelihood. In fact, one may call these a trail. If one were to follow this trail, they may even happen upon my bounty, the booty. The likelihood of this is very slim. However, I've always considered myself to be a man who only takes calculated risks, which is why I am shocked in that this thought has never crossed my mind before. Surely, an intelligent, rugged, and worldly individual such as myself would have come to this conclusion by now. Or perhaps, I am none of those things. Nonetheless, I marked the split and took the path I felt was less traveled. After I had covered enough distance, I found a satisfactory location. Acres of identical arched stone were spread across this area. The more I traveled, the more there were. On occasion, I had seen some, but never so close together, nor so plentiful. Though I do worry one could narrow down to gold if they had the will. Alas, the remnants of my illness reappeared, forcing me to find a resting site. Eventually, I settled between two stones. Unlike the archstone, I often feared they would fall or collapse on me, but their balance seemed steady, and they provided shade and scenery. So once again, I am rested and determined. While this detour took precious time away from me, I very much feel it was worth the security it provides, even if it was unnecessary. P.S. This morning I looked in my pouch. It would appear as if I had enough gold for one last burial. Lamasi's landmark seems more proper for this. Oh no. Oh no? Does that mean you don't know where it's at? The opposite. I know exactly where it's at. Oh no, that's bad news. Then what's the problem? I lean back in the chair and look at the ceiling. It's in Arches National Park. Cool, then let's go. I ignore her and keep looking at the ceiling. Why is this a bad thing that she knows exactly where it is? Is she banned from that park? Did she do some naughty stuff inside there, which is why she's not allowed to go in there anymore? Arches has over 2,000 natural stone arches. The miner said he hit it between two stones. Wow. That's less than a 1%, right? That's 0.1%, I think. Considering 2,000 stones, it's hit between 2 stones. Yeah? God dang it. She blinks. I sigh. I probably failed on the math there. I'm only, you know, I may be Asian, but it's all fake, okay? I'm an Asian in other departments, not, or compartments, whatever the fuck it is. But not the math part. I do not have that down, okay? As far as math concerns, I am not even an honorary Asian or anything like that. I am just a regular person that sucks at math. An arch is a rock formation that curves in the air. Think of it like an upside down U. Finally she gets the message. Her face morphs into a blank canvas as she stares out of the windshield. Oh no. Yeah. If we want to find this thing, then we need to look between every single arch and arches. After a moment of petrified silence, Marina takes back the journal and returns it to its proper place in the glove compartment. With a shaky smile, Marina looks back at me and tries blowing it off. Arches National Park, huh? It's somewhere in Moab, right? You ever been? With a shaky grin of my own, I respond, totally ignoring the impossible feat ahead of us. Yeah, I went to Moab a long time ago. Arches is really famous, like world famous. We're both sweating, staring at the long road ahead as we try our best to make casual conversation. It's like a game of chicken. Who's going to break first? Bark! I've always wanted to go. Where have you vacationed to before? Honestly, nowhere. Not out of the state at least. For real? Not even to visit family? Nuh-uh. My grandparents live in New Mexico too. I think only my big brother has been outside of the state. You got any other siblings, or is it just you two? She shakes her head. There's 9 of us. Wow, dang, her parents were like rabbits going at it. I've got 2 younger brothers, 3 older brothers, and an older sister, and 2 little sisters, so she's basically like the middle child. I whistle. Damn, that's a big-ass Christmas card. Right? At some point, it's just like, aren't you ever gonna stop? I'm almost out of fingers to count on. Don't worry, you still have toes, don't you, Marina? Chuckling, I stand up and walk to the back. Marina follows behind me. What about you? Do you have any siblings? I think she's an only child. Nah, just me, bingo. Otherwise, they'd probably be riding around this old thing with us. As I say that, I collapse down onto my bed, sprawling out. Sitting up front felt good, but this is heavenly. The bed sinks a little as she takes a seat on its edge. Ooh. I can't really imagine having a single brother or sister. Definitely not 8 of them. But I guess they don't all live at home. Actually, you're kidding! Only one of my brothers has moved out. It's the worst! Like, you have to make a reservation to take a shower. Is that why she wants to find this treasure? Because we still don't know exactly why Marina, like, desperately wants this treasure. No wonder you ran away. Pretty much. As soon as I finished school, I was like, okay, time to get out of here. How long ago was that? She's gonna say like 2 days ago. Just a couple of months. 2-ish. What did you major in? Huh? Like, what did you get your degree in? Oh, not college. High school. I just finished high school. What does that make her? 16, 17, 18? Huh? Using my elbows, I prop myself up. What? How old are you? Putting her hands on her hips, Marina puffs out her cheeks and looks offended. I'll have you know it's very rude to ask a lady her age. She deflates. But I'm 18. Why? How convenient. Oh, thank God. I was like, oh, thank God. Oh, the things that I was planning to do with you, girl. I let myself fall back again. I was afraid you're gonna be underage and that I'd get arrested for kidnapping or something. No way! Besides, I told you my parents were fine with it. Well, accepted it. What about you? How old are you? Just a year older. Wait, you're only 19? Now it's her turn to be shocked. How old did you think I was? Marina busts up laughing. I'm actually a little embarrassed. I look away, blowing my hair from my face. Just kidding, just kidding. I figured you were like my age or a bit older. 2 years at the most. I don't look at her, staring at the wall. Oh, come on. Don't be mad. I was just playing. All of a sudden, she sounds seriously regretful. I want to mess with her, but the puppy dog look she gives me over her shoulder is too hard to resist. Sorry, what? My hearing must be getting bad in my old age. She throws a pillow at me from the bed beside her, and I deflected with my arm. Oh yeah, you can't hit me. Good save, Granny. Now she leans back too, staring up at the ceiling. Her hair spreads across my leg. I don't move it. Then I realize that all the worry and nervousness we had about arches is gone. Somewhere along the line, we just forgot about it. Huh? I don't even know when you reach the point in our relationship where we can be comfortable being this close to each other, but I'm glad that we have it. Maybe, just maybe, I'm enjoying the closeness a little too much. It's been a long time since I've dated someone. Gramps' health had made having a girlfriend impossible. There wasn't time for anyone else. See, this is what I mean. Like, she already by default thinks like, you know, I've dated someone. She says girlfriend. Like, it's something that she's sort of confirmed for herself, that she's into girls some time ago. Hell, I hardly had time for myself. Not that I cared. I'd do it all over again. Still, it's nice having someone to talk to, so it's not just me and my thoughts. Just as I'm about to settle into the mood, she sits up and stretches. I'm pretty sleepy. Are you going to go to bed soon? Nah, I took a nap earlier, so I'm good. It's only a few hours to Moab, so I'll drive us there tonight. Moab, huh? Well, yeah. Something wrong? No, I was just kinda wondering. She trails off. Wondering? How far away is the Grand Canyon? She really wants to visit it so badly. Finding any excuse to just go there? From here? I don't know, 3 or 4 hours? But it's in the total opposite direction that we're going. Oh, okay. She is sad. Uh-oh. The crestfallen look on her face should be illegal. Sorry. I should have looked at the map before I asked. Smiling, she turns and heads for bed, disappointment clinging to her like perfume. Night, Amber. Leaning against my pillows, I watch as she slowly trots off to the back. Come on now. I'm not that heartless. Wait a sec. She freezes, mid-step. I guess since I was gonna drive all night anyway, we can make a detour. A pretty big detour too. So don't blame me if all the treasure is gone by the time we're done. She turns around, hope springing in her face now. But I guess it is like a requirement that you see the Grand Canyon when you're sightseeing in Arizona. So that's what we'll do. You've got a lot of vacations to make up for. All of the tiredness and disappointment vanishes in an instant. Like a bird taking flight, she hurries back over to where I'm just standing. A trademark Marina crash tackle hug knocks me onto my butt and bed again. I pat her on the back a couple of times before she rises. Have I ever told you you're the best? Probably, but don't you forget it. I couldn't if I tried. Goof. poke her in the belly as I make my way up to the front again. Grab me an energy drink from the fridge, will you? When she sits down in the passenger seat, she has 2 cans of the energy drink. Thought you were going to bed. No way! I am too excited now. I'll keep you company on the drive. Plus, it's only like 8 o'clock, isn't it? Beats me. Sounds right. The thing about energy, I usually don't like to drink energy drink at night because it's just gonna keep me awake the rest of the night. So if I drink it, it's usually like in the morning or afternoon. But at night, no. Then I'll just be awake for another 12 hours. I pop open the tab on my drink and take a long draught. It tastes awful, but it wakes me up like nothing else. I guess the makers cut out sweeteners and nice flavors for more stimulants. To drink it faster, I hold my breath to hide the taste and chug. Gasping, I crumple the empty can and toss it into a trash can. Marina, on the other hand, sips it daintily, wincing each time. People seriously drink this stuff? Somehow. It works though. It's pretty much the strongest stuff you can get without a prescription. After taking another sip, Marina retches and sticks out her tongue. She reminds me of a cat with fur stuck on its tongue. She sets the can in a cup holder beside me. Do you want mine? I can't drink this. I'd have a heart attack if I drank too. Just leave it, and I'll drink it tomorrow. Because the only way to improve an awful energy drink is to let it get warm and flat. As I start the RV, Marina says something, but it's soft enough that I can't hear her over the engine revving. What was that? Old lady hearing fading on me again. Smiling, she shakes her head. I was just saying thanks again. Don't thank me yet. I could fall asleep at the wheel and kill us both. Yeah, let's not do that. At least I die happy. Well, you haven't seen the Grand Canyon yet. Once you've seen the Grand Canyon, you can just die. That's fine then. No though, not just that. For taking me with you and doing the treasure hunt and everything. You must be super tired. You're saying all sorts of weird stuff now. I mean it. I know it's kinda random. I'm just really happy I met you. After a moment of blushing, I laugh a little under my breath. Yeah, me too. I prevent any more cheesy conversation by carefully pulling out of the parking lot and back onto the exit road. I'm definitely glad that Marina is enjoying herself. I'm having fun too, but don't think about it too much, you'll get sad. But talking about that sort of thing, it makes me feel all squirmy inside. Like I don't match up to what Marina thinks of me. Pushing those thoughts out of my head, I focus on the road. We have to keep our eyes peeled for animals out here. There are lots of stray dogs in this part of the state, and dozens of deer and antelope just waiting to race cars. They really do that? They're like waiting, oh, here's a car, right, I'm gonna beat this one. The road's devoid of other vehicles though, and since I know the exit's to take, more or less, we should make pretty good time. Once we get back onto the highway, Marina hoists the buckets of tapes onto her lap. What do you want to listen to? I glance between the road and the bin, scanning both. I settle on an album that I haven't had the heart to listen to in a while, but it feels like tonight is the right time. I fish out the tape and slide it into the player. As the first chords start up, I watch Marina's face for a reaction. It won't have the same sentimental value to her, I know, but it's an emotional album in general. Lots of dynamics to the music, and simple but heartfelt songwriting. Grams used to try to play along, but he said that he couldn't quite capture the feeling himself. As I'd hoped, Marina is quiet, which means that she's listening. Her cheek is pressed against the window again. If this is one of those moments, when you're really into something and you're showing it to a person that, you not necessarily like, but just even if it's just a friend or whatever, you just want that person to at least kind of enjoy what you're showing them to or what they're listening to, you know? So yeah, so it's this weird combination of, you know, you put on this, let's say, music video or song or whatever, and you're both like trying to listen to your own song and looking at the person's reaction to listening to the song as well. So you're like alternating back and forth, like, oh yeah, do you like the song? Do you like the song? Is what you're thinking, like, please fucking like the song. A reflection, barely visible, looks wistful. Good. For the second time today, a growing pressure starts in my eye. I paw at them, and the motion catches Marina's attention. You sure you're not too tired? Oh, yeah. Eyes are just a little itchy. Damn it. My voice shakes as I speak, but if she notices, she doesn't say anything. This album was one of Graham's favorites, and there's a reason I haven't listened to it since he passed. Turning it on might have been a mistake. We may yet go off the road if I end up crying, or I might just die out of embarrassment. I sniffled a couple of times to keep myself under control. Damn allergies. I don't even know if she hears me. I'm kind of tempted to turn it off and play something else, but I want Marina to hear it. It won't mean anything special to her, I'm sure, but I want to see what she thinks. To see if maybe Gramps and I were crazy, or if there was more to the music and the man playing it. He was a guitarist and songwriter who just went by the name of June. Died a few years ago. Finding back the nostalgia and bubbling feelings of how much I miss Gramps is hard. I'm able to hold on though, and keep from breaking down. 45 minutes later, when the tape ends, Marina hits the play button again to start it over. I'd say it was worth it. I let it play on for hours, long after Marina's fallen asleep beside me. My everything aches. It takes me a long, lazy minute to remember why I'm sitting up, forehead plastered to the steering wheel, rather than in my bed. I drove all through the night to get us to the Grand Canyon, arriving at the south rim right around the time that I couldn't keep my eyes open anymore. We're in a campsite, apparently, but I don't remember anything past reaching the park's edge and paying the entry fee. I probably shouldn't have been drinking, but we made it here alright. Dry. Did I really say drinking? I probably shouldn't have been driving. A sour taste pervades from my mouth, courtesy of the empty energy drink at my side. I groan as I clamber up and head to go brush my teeth. When I exit the bathroom, Marina's waiting at the front, all dressed and ready to go. Good morning. Morning. I'm still too sleepy to match her enthusiasm. Undeterred, she comes forward and presses a mug into my hands. I made you some coffee, but it was a couple of hours ago, so it's kinda cold now. Thanks. It's also brewed too weak, but I don't tell her that. I drain my cup in seconds, and then pour myself another. That's also finished in a few long gulps. You really like coffee, huh? I guess. I think I'm just addicted. Oh yeah, the precious caffeine. You don't even have to put any cream or sugar in it, right? Nope. I always drink it black. Once you go black, you never go back. That applies to coffee, obviously. What else could it apply to? She wrinkles her nose in disgust. I can't stand the taste. Haven't we had this conversation before? I noticed. Have you gone and looked around yet? There are dozens, if not hundreds of people milling around, and that's just from what I can see from here. Most likely treasure hunters. Look around? Without you? Yeah, it's what, noon? Almost, but I didn't want to leave without you. That's sweet of her. What if I got lost? You're like my map. That's probably very, very, very likely to happen that she gets lost? Maybe not. Besides, it's boring to go look around by myself. You think? I used to do it lots before we met up. It was nice to be alone and think. Her face falls. Seconds later, I realize my mistake and mentally kick myself. Yeah, you shouldn't say that when you're in the company of another person that just said they want to be around you, you know? Not to say I don't like having you around. I just meant it's not so bad being on your own for a little bit. She ponders for a moment. Well, I don't like being alone. A small frown makes me think she's upset, but then it melts away and is replaced with her trademark smile. Something about how the sunlight frames her face right then makes my heart skip a beat. I want to admire her for longer, but I think my face gives it away. Soon, she shifts, asking with her eyes, "Something wrong?" Oh no, it's actually alright. Alright. I shake my head to clear it. Nah, sorry. Just zoned out for a second. Let me finish this coffee and then we can go. Okay. I don't know how you can be up and at 'em just like that. Usually takes me hours to wake up. I know. I do a lot of waiting for you. Marina stomps over to play hit me on the shoulder. Meanie, I do my best for you. Yeah. There aren't enough hours in the day for you to sleep as much as you want. What? Are you saying I don't need my beauty sleep? Well, she's just kidding. But I freeze. How do you even respond to that? If you say yes, you need your beauty sleep, are you then saying like, yeah, you're ugly, therefore you need to sleep to become more beautiful? Or is it like, yeah, you need your beauty sleep because you're already beautiful, so you need to maintain your beauty by taking a beauty sleep? Like, how do you... But I guess with any sentence you can take it both in the wrong way and twist it in such a way that it actually sounds bad, even though you mean it in a good way. But you could understand it in both ways, you know? You could actually think like, yeah, you're ugly, go sleep like an entire fucking day. She is joking, right? Amber? The jaunty tone in her voice is gone. Yeah? I croak out a response. Zone out again? Something like that. Even I'm surprised by how off guard that caught me. It was just a simple joke, but it was a little too relevant. Seconds after thinking of how pretty she looked. Looks. I need to stop being so weird sometimes. Well, that'll scare her off more than finding out that I might, just maybe, could possibly have a crush on her. Oh, she's thinking about it. Like, she sort of hinted at it, she gave hints, but now she's realizing it herself, that she might have a crush on Marina. Maybe you just need more coffee. No, we need some more Marina. Probably. Her grin gets huge. You need as much coffee as I do sleep. See? We're even. I laugh as I pour myself a third cup, tilting the pot to get the dregs. What the fuck? Third cup of coffee in like 5 minutes? Maybe you're right. She prances back to the front door, nose held in the air, like she's won some great victory. I catch her peeking back to see if I'm watching, so I make a big show of rolling my eyes. She sticks her tongue out in return. When I set my cup down in the sink, Marina throws the door open and waits for me to step out. Oh my god. For having been mostly asleep and in the dark, it looks like I did an okay job parking all of these, campers and other people with motorhomes and RVs and everything. By which I mean that we're actually in one of the designated camping spaces. That's more than I can say for a lot of the others here. Tents cover nearly every patch of land that doesn't have an RV on it. So even some even come right up against the road itself, causing the few cars that pass by to have to hug the edge. Just like back in Shiprock, this is a fiasco. Squads of little kids rampage around, squirting each other and everyone else with water guns and just being in the way. Dang, kids! One little brat runs up to us and holds up his squirt gun like he's going to shoot me, but the death glare I give him sends him running back in the other direction. That's actually something I can relate to. You know, you probably have encountered it before, you know, where you just have those stupid kids running around in your neighborhood, and all you're doing is just walking around, you know, you're probably going to the shops or something, anything like that, or just walking around, and those kids walk up to you, and you see it in their eyes. They kind of want to squirt you with that gun, but all you have to do is, you know, you just give them like the evil eye, or you make them think like, you know, oh, if you even one drop of water hits me, I'm gonna beat your ass, or at least tell your mother to beat your ass, either one of those. But yeah, with my default face looking at least a little bit angry, even if it's just my normal resting face, it actually looks a little bit angry. So that's like an advantage that I have in that situation, because I would just kind of have to look normal, and most kids actually end up being scared and afraid of me. So yeah, that's actually a good thing. Not a fan of kids? Not the rotten ones, indeed. Marina, on the other hand, waves at the retreating boy and giggles as a weak burst of water hits her. I don't know how you can stand it. They're just kids. That doesn't mean they can fucking get away with everything. Besides, I'm pretty used to it. That's true. I mean, you know, with 8 other siblings, I'm guessing you kinda were forced to get used to it, Marina. Big family, right? Yep. We start to walk in the direction of the canyon itself, pausing sometimes to let cars or tour groups pass us by. This is such a mess. Wonder how many of them are treasure hunters. Well, it's the Grand Canyon, so a lot of people are just regular tourists, right? Yeah, probably. I feel bad for them, and all the other people who just want to enjoy these parks. You really hate people, huh? What? Where did that come from? I don't know. You're just always complaining about there being too many people around. Do I really complain that much? Thinking about it, I guess I do. I don't hate people. I just don't like it when it's all chaotic like this. So you don't like crowds then? That's closer, yeah. Kinda weird that you're so hyped for this music thing then, don't you think? Isn't that gonna be the biggest crowd yet? Well, the thing is, she comes there for the music. Like, that probably means that she enjoys the music or the band more and is willing to put up with the big crowd. Like, best case scenario is that the freaking, like, artist or band that you love would give a solo concert to you, right? But that's never gonna happen. So the best next thing is to just go to one of their concerts. And yeah, there's just automatically gonna be a big crowd, so you kinda just have to put up with that. Sure, but that's different. Why? I don't know. It just is. Why? What are you, 5? No wonder you get along with kids so well. We both laugh. But I guess it's just because everyone is there for the same thing. You have something in common with them. Oh, that's a good point too, yeah. Isn't everyone here for the same thing? Yeah, but if everybody is here for the treasure, that it's true that we're all here for the same thing, but we actually want to take something away from each other, right? We want to take the treasure so that the other people can't get it. But with a concert, everybody is there to just enjoy the music. So it's a different environment, different mood in general. Here's more like competitive. I like fuck all these other people. That more people here means more competition, means lower chance of me finding the treasure. But in a concert, it's just like, oh, the more the merrier, more people to enjoy the concert. I struggle to find an explanation. Don't worry, Amber, I got your back, okay? I'm pretty good at coming up with half-assed explanations. But she laughs it off and shrugs. I'm just kidding anyway. You can't be the only one who teases. You don't like big crowds, and that's fine. What about you? I think it's fun. And besides, you get to meet all sorts of people. I feel like Marina is definitely one of those, you know, if she were at a concert, she would be the first person that would be on top of the crowd surfing, basically. Who knows? Maybe you'll meet a special someone, or long-lost relative or something. Special someone, huh? Oh, we already met her. Maybe. Would be pretty unlikely though. Probably, but it's still fun to think about. And speaking of odds, Amber. Marina points at another cluster of motorhomes down the road. I follow her gaze, immediately understanding. Oh no, is it who I think it is? Taking up 2 spaces, because of the size, and bad parking. It's a familiar titan of an RV. Please no, please no, please no. God, no. But Marina's already heading towards it. Marina, no! Come back! My nemesis. Maria's motorhome. Ah, dang it. The door flies open, seconds before Marina reaches it. Out strolls Joseph, Tess close behind. You call that a break? You've had boyfriends that last longer. Sis never had a boyfriend. My point exactly. Quit your moaning. You two just need to work either. What? Ether? Need to work more ether. Or either. You mean ethics. But you've probably never heard of the word. Maria enters in the doorway, or appears in the doorway, leaning on a shovel. I can see her about to retort, but then she spots either me or Marina, and her glare is replaced with a smug grin. Okay, but what are they doing here? Considering that most of the treasure, the thing was, right? Didn't Amber find out where another piece of the treasure was, but everybody else is here, even though going to the Grand Canyon is like a huge detour for where we thought, or what was it? Archer Park or something? Archer Park? I don't know. But you know the park that we thought with all the arches? So why is everyone here? And especially why is Marina here? Or Maria rather. Well. Look who finally caught up. Hey guys! Oh, hey there ladies. I sigh and speed up my glacial pace. May as well get this over with. Maria picks up a crate of tools from beside her and carries them out before shoving the crate into Joseph's hands. His knees buckle at the weight and he sets it on the ground. Did you follow our dust all the way here? Huh, I wish we'd seen it, so we could have stayed away. Maybe you should go now and get a head start on the next piece, before we find the one here. I mean, that's true, there are several pieces scattered around, but we haven't. I guess it might be another later journal entry that one hints at a piece of the treasure being at the Grand Canyon. She clutches her shovel like a sword and points it at me. Unless you're gonna fight us on this one too! I raise my hands in surrender. We already had one busted canyon to Shelly. This one's all yours to screw up. The shovel drops a couple of inches, either as a response, or because her arm's getting sore. Canyon to Shelly? But there's only one Grand Canyon! There's more than one canyon in the world, Mare! Figured it was there at the Mummy Cave ruins, but we didn't find anything. So if you want to search all through 2,000 miles of the Grand Canyon, then good luck. Damn it! Maria throws down her hands, and the tool bag slips from her, plummeting onto Joseph's foot, hard. The crates in his hand are next to fall, this time on the other foot. Poor Joseph. The boxes burst open, flooding the ground with heavy hammers and wrenches. A gasp escapes from his mouth, then silence. Are you gonna get drunk and cry yourself to sleep again, sis? Somehow, through pained grunts, Joseph manages to speak. The limit is once per week. Maria's eyes twitch. In one smooth motion, she whirls around and clogs her companion's head, huffs, and crosses her arms. Joseph reacts like any normal human being and rubs his head to soothe his never-ending pain. Tess hardly acknowledges it, wobbling back and forth like a human bobblehead. I don't think I'll ever get over how creepy that girl is. Yeah, she definitely kinda looks dead inside. She clogs Joseph again for good measure. Marina and I both wince. I imagine this is how it was for Howard when he first met Linda. Oh my god. I still feel so bad for both Howard and little baby Dino. Like, that Dino is probably gonna get bullied at school or something just for the name alone. Like, honestly, why the fuck did you not think about the child when you started the name, you know? I mean, just think about it. Think about it. Think about this scenario. You've lost your child in a supermarket or something, right? And then you just start screaming out of nowhere, Dino, little baby Dino, where are you? People are gonna look at you like you're fucking crazy. Didn't that scenario ever just once I feel like that's just what you gotta think about when you're thinking of names for your child, okay? Just imagine if you had to shout their name in public for whatever reason. If you don't look like a fool, then it's probably a decent name. At least we'd get to see the canyon that way. Jesus! From out of nowhere, Tess pops up at my side. Tess has been wanting to go out and see the sights, but Maria's too busy breaking her back for that. Big sisters are bossy, huh? Tess nods, which prompts Marina to stoop down and hug her apathetic kindred spirit. You're not alone. Marina looks up at me, eyes big. Can we keep her? She is so cute! That's property theft! Sorry, only one stray at a time. Yeah, we already got Marina. Aww. Marina releases Tess and reaches out her hand as they float apart. Anyway, let's get going. If they're gonna waste all day here, we can at least leave them to it. But Maria waves her shovel in Joseph's face. Pick up our crap! We're gonna rethink our strategy! Crap? Yes, this crap! She taps the crate that she forced on him just minutes ago. Joseph covers Tess's ears, then mutters something that I can't make out. Wait, I have an idea! Don't say it, Marina, please don't say it! 4 pairs of eyes turn to look at her. Don't say it! Me and Amma were about to go sightseeing! Why don't you guys come with us? She fucking said it again. Marina, she's either just really polite or she actually likes these 3. But the thing is, you know, I do like most of them, but Maria is the one that I'm just kind of like, you know, hanging out with her. It's just, Maria and Amber obviously clash with each other, you know, they have conflicting personalities, they don't seem to like each other, so yeah. That would kind of, you know, put down the entire mood of being together in the first place, so it's best to avoid that. That's a terrible idea! Hey, we agree on something. But Tessa's eyes sparkle with determination, nodding as she reaches up to tug on Maria's suit. That's 1 vote yes! She turns to me, pleading look in her eyes, hoping to make it 2 yes votes. I think that sounds like a good time too. It'd be a nice break. I forbid it! You already had a break! We have too much to focus on. Getting distracted by dusty old rocks is the last thing we need. You always say that, but look at her! He points to Tess, her face shining with interest since the word sightseeing. When did she last show interest in something, huh? Hell, has she ever shown interest in something? We're still not going. Come on, Maria. Just at least, you know, pay a little bit of attention to what your baby little sister wants. An irritable groan grumbles through Joseph's throat, but he still looks as casual and relaxed as he usually does. Look, we're not always gonna do what you wanna do just because you say so. We're going, and if we have to, we'll force you to come on. Oh yeah, Joseph, lay down the law, tell her what you're gonna do. Don't just be a lackey to just simply follow whatever she says. You're your own person, Joseph, and you're awesome. Marina laughs awkwardly. It's fine. You guys don't have to come if you don't want to. But it's too late for that. Maria lets out a single, disingenuous ha, and marches to Joseph. You're gonna force me to go, huh? That's right. She stares him down, or up to be accurate. The top of her head only reaches up to his chin. Regardless, she gives him a nasty grin and repeatedly pokes his chest for daring to defy her. This doesn't seem to faze him though, as his lips curl into an ominous smile. And how exactly do you plan to do that? Just dragging her along?